Whenever I hear this soundtrack, I get a severe dose of triumphant integrity. It's no surprise that this music belongs to Henry the Green Engine. Henry has always been the heavy goods locomotive on Sodor, based on a Stanier Class 260 Black 5 locomotive, which were designated workhorses on the LMS pulling heavy freight from point A to point B. Henry's story, however, was a story of integrity and caution, considering the cards he's been dealt when he was first built. Triumph, caution, and integrity. These are three traits that make up Henry very well, and it's all what his strong points in his character are. Early on in the books, he was known for being a poor steamer who was built with a small firebox and constantly fell ill, leading him to be stuck in the sheds most of the days. When he felt ill, the other engines made fun of him for his inability to make enough steam and constantly put him down and made the excuse that Henry's just lazy.
"Rubbish, Henry," snorted James. "You don't work hard enough."
Until he got his special coal, Welsh coal. Despite being more expensive, the Fat Controller was more than happy to give Henry a chance. And Henry showed the rest of the engines what he could really do. The things I've learned from Henry's old character arc can be applied to real life. See, what I do currently as a career, I'm an industrial mechanic. I do mechanical work in New York City, and here's some pictures and videos I've taken for my job. The work is dirty, it's exhausting, and sometimes downright disgusting because, well, part of the job comes with working with sewage pumps. It's not pleasant. It's actually really gross. But whenever I come home, I really feel like I accomplished something, especially the cards that I've been dealt early on in my school studies, going through elementary, middle, and high school. I was labeled with a learning disability. Now, I never excelled in mathematics or literature, so the school kind of slaps a label on you, basically telling you you're not intelligent and require more help and medication. Where I found myself struggling to keep up, I excelled in other things: history, carpentry, engineering, and art, because it was more interactive and I loved doing it. It took away that hyperactive, mindset of sitting in a chair and listening to algebra all fucking day. So, I took all my weak points and applied them as a strong point and excelled in what I did best. It's like the school was kind of picking apart the lawyers, the brain surgeons, and the engineers and blue-collar guys in the future. I think I was destined to be a blue-collar guy because of my hyperactivity, and I don't mind it at all. I just think it's a little insulting that they call you mentally slow. Yeah. Of course, there's a scientific term for it, but in reality, they're just telling you you're mentally fucking slow. Even with Henry's integrity and triumphs, he's also cautious as well. And he's never stopped being cautious. A great example of this is shown in the CGI series called Henry's Hero, where Henry and Hero are working together and Hero is having steaming issues, but refuses to give up on the job at hand. That's integrity. But he just keeps dismissing Henry's suggestion that they should take it easy for the both of them. Because if you keep pushing yourself, because even when you're broken, you're going to create more issues for yourself later on down the line. Henry is both right here and wrong. And Hero is both right here and wrong. These are two flawed protagonists. And that's a very rare and unique situation to be in. I apply caution despite my integrity and triumph in my job as well, because there are certain dangers to it. Falling from a really high height, getting your fingers, toes, and other various body parts caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I have the scars to prove that. And that is the number one thing you gotta be careful with a manual labor job, especially a heavy industrial one like this. I have had cuts on my fingers where I could see all the way down to my bones, and that is a really painful and very scary experience to be in. And this is one of the many reasons why we love Henry. He's so relatable, and he can be applied to your adult life as well. If you want the best of Henry's strong points, I recommend Super Rescue from the books, which has also been adapted into a video on YouTube, Henry's Hero from the CGI series, and Henry's Special Coal and the Flying Kipper from the model series. That's where these traits are really flushed out and do to character a lot of justice. This is what made Henry a well-rounded character. He's got so many little nuances and traits that make him realistic, but he's by no means an all-around goody two-shoes character, and he has his flaws like actual people. But it's what we learn from him and carry off into our own lives that we can apply it to our own situations to get around them. Caution, integrity, and triumph. Henry the Green Engine.